Francisco. Moss Berry Farm is on the hunt for great San Francisco sourdough because they're known for their sourdough bread. We visited 4 bakeries, so you're going to see a bit about the history of each of the bakeries, and we're going to end it off with a nice taste test. So let's get going. So what makes San Francisco sourdough special? Different bacteria make different sour flavors, and the local bacteria in the San Francisco microclimate is one of the things that makes their sourdough famous. And expert bakers can tweak their bread with different ingredients to make their bread unique. And just like every other product, the quality and the source of your ingredients, such as flour and water, all matter. The Boudin Bakery is San Francisco's oldest continuously operating business. It was established in 1849 by the son of master bakers from Burgundy in France. He made bread adapting the sourdough of the miners during the gold rush with French techniques. Here we are at Boudin in Fisherman's Wharf. You can watch the whole process from start to finish and then sit down and enjoy their famous clam chowder served in a sourdough bread bowl. The bakery still uses the same sourdough starter that it developed during the California Gold Rush. And this is where the mother dough is kept. They call this the vault. Though the bakery's changed ownership several times, it's now in the hands of the grandson of one of the previous owners from 1941. And Boudin's done really well, and you can find their products all over the world. Bakery was started by Steve and Susan Sullivan and is considered the pioneer of the artisan bread movement in the US. According to the legend, Steve was riding his bike through England one summer and bought a book by Elizabeth David, English Bread and Yeast Cookery, and one thing led to another. He started playing around with bread and wound up as the baker in the famous Chez Panisse. He did spend some time there, and then with some seed money from the Doobie Brothers, he started his own bakery. Acme's sourdough starter had a romantic beginning. While Steve and Susan were on their honeymoon in the wine region of France, a winemaker suggested that he use the natural yeast of wine grapes in his starter, and so he took their advice. When he returned, he went to one of his family vineyards and developed his own unique starter that Acme continues to use in all their bakeries by adding wine grapes to a flour and water mixture. How cool is that? Tartine was the 3rd bakery that we went to visit, and it's quite famous. The original bakery location opened in the Mission District in San Francisco in 2002. And as the story goes, the owners were bakers themselves. They had a bakery just north of San Francisco in Marin County. They came to town for dinner. They saw a baker sitting outside of his bakery, and he was ready to retire. But he didn't want the neighborhood to lose their corner bakery. So, just like fate, it became theirs. And today, Tartine has 5 locations in the Bay Area, 3 in Los Angeles, and 4 in South Korea. They've done very, very well. We polled our Instagram followers to see how sour they like their sourdough bread, so it was really right down the middle. Our next stop was Napa, and we decided to switch things up and take a break from sourdough. We went to the Model Bakery, which has been in the Napa area for about 90 years. And the original location was in St. Helena. We went to the location in Napa. And of course, as usual, there's a lineup to get into these bakeries. What this particular bakery is famous for are their English muffins. Oprah put them on her favorite list in 2016 and 2017, and you can just imagine how busy it made their bakery. So here we are back in Stratford We had a great time exploring the bakeries of San Francisco and the Napa area. And we have some great bakeries here in Stratford. Fabulous bakers that have spent some time in San Francisco to learn their craft. One of them owns this bakery behind me. It's the Downey Street Bakehouse. Alan is a classmate of mine from the Stratford Chef School from many years ago. And for as long as I can remember, he has studied and practiced and crafted his skill in baking bread. And so what we're going to do next is our next video will be starring Alan, and we're going to learn some tips and tricks of making not just sourdough, but some of the other wonderful breads that he makes. The only problem is I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do this, but it should be fun. So join us and tune in.